Hola, 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 ¿cómo están mis estimados aprendices? One. Okay, guys, today we're going to start with the last unit of this quarter. Obviously, the recent unit we studied the matrices. We learn how to add, subtract, multiply the matrices. We learn how to calculate the inverse of the matrices, and also we learn how to calculate the determinants and solve system equations by means of the Gaussian elimination, inverse of the matrices, and also applying the Kramer's rule. And finally, we're going to end in the first quarter with a little review for the some topics or so a few lessons that you learned in pre-algebra, algebra 1, and the class of algebra 2. In this case, we're talking about the polynomials. We're going to review how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide the polynomials. Okay, and also the next lesson, we're going to apply the special products and the special formulas from factoring. And also, we're going to review how we're going to involve to simplify radical expressions, loud exponents, and apply some fundamentals for algebra. And to conclude, how to calculate the integration combination of functions and calculate the inverse of any function in complex numbers. All right. Actually, the last unit, that will be a little review for the general topics that you learned in the class from pre-algebra, algebra 1, and also that's including the algebra 2. All right. And this polynomials, we're going to start with the first section. In the first section, we must perform the following operations. All right, we have a product with subtraction, something like that. In the second section, we must find the quotient remainder by means of the long division and the synthetic division. Okay, let's going to start with the review for the part number 1. In the part number 1, we must simplify the following operations. In the first one, the letter 8, we have 8 parentheses 2x plus 5 when we subtract by negative 7 parentheses x plus 9 units. What we're going to do, obviously, the first thing that we must do is applying the distributive property for these numbers. I mean, a will be multiplied to x and multiplied by 5. And same happened with negative 7. Negative 7 multiplied by x and also by 9. Okay, let's perform this operation. 8 times 2 will be 16x plus 8 times 5 will be 40. And also negative 7 times x will be negative 7x, and negative 7 times 9 will be negative 63. Okay, because we're performing already this product of this distributive property, that's going to apply the like terms. The letter x subtracting or adding with the letter x and the number with the numbers. 16x minus 7x, you know, the answer will be 9x. And 40 minus 63 will be negative 23. And this is going to be the solution set for the first part, I mean, in the letter A. If you have doubts or questions, don't hesitate to let me know, okay? Let's do it in the letter B. In the letter B, we have the product between 2 parentheses 2 minus 5t close parentheses plus t squared parentheses t minus 1 close parentheses minus t4 power minus 1. What we're going to do? It's simple. The only thing that we must do is applying this distributive property once again. You know, 2 times 2 will be 4 units minus 2 times 5 will be 10t. Okay. Also, plus t squared times t at the cube power. Okay. And positive t times negative 1 will be negative t at the second power. And finally, the negative value affects the two polynomial, the binomial. I mean, we have negative t4 power plus 1. And let's try to looking for if we have like terms. And obviously the only like terms that we have that will be the number 4 and number 1. But remember, at the moment, we're going to write the answer, always write the answer in the canonical decreasing order. What does that mean? That means, what is the maximum power over here? Still at the 4 power. Well, that will be the first answer. I mean, negative t at the 4 power. After that, we continue with t at the third power. After that, negative t at second power. After that, we have negative 10t. And finally, 4 plus 1 will be 5 units. And this is going to be the answer from the letter B. Remember, always at the moment going to write the final answer, please write the answer in decreasing canonical order from the highest power to the smaller power. Okay, let's do it with the letter C. In the letter C, we have a distributive property, a full distributive property. I mean, 3x plus 5 multiplying by 2x minus 1. Again, how are we going to perform this operation? Remember, 3x multiplying 2x and 3x multiplying by negative 1. Also, 5 times 2x and 5 times negative 1 in this order. Follow the of the top arrows, and after that, follow the bottom arrows. And you're going to obtain the answer. Remember, 3x times 2x, we will have 6x squared. 3x times negative 1, we have negative 3x. All right? Top arrows. Now follow the bottom arrows. 5 times 2x will be 10x. And 5 times negative 1 will be negative 5. Simple. Now let's going to apply the like terms that will be going to subtract the numbers in the middle. We have 6x squared, 10 minus 3 will be 7x minus 5 units. And this is going to be the solution set from the letter C. Now, let's perform the letter D. It's a copy. It's a copy for what we're talking about in the letter D. In the letter D, we have 4x minus 5y, 4x minus 5y, close parentheses, 3x minus y. Again, what we have to do, we must follow the arrows, the top arrows, I mean 4x times 3x, and also 4x times negative y, and the bottom arrows, negative 5y times 3x, and negative 5y times negative y. Just follow that order and you won't have any issues or any problems, okay? So 4 times 3, that will be 15x squared. 4 times negative y, we have negative 4xy. Negative 5 times 3, we have negative 15xy. And finally, negative 5y times negative y, we have 5 positive 5y squared, okay? And where will be located the like terms? The numbers in the middle. And the answer will be 15x squared minus 19xy plus 5y squared. Okay? And this is going to be the answer from the letter D. And finally, the letter E. Just for conclude the first part for adding, addition, subtraction, and product. We must multiply square root y plus square root 2 multiplied by, yep.
¿Por qué los pone squared?
Porque ese es el problemita, si está dado raíz
No,
cuadrada, por
C y
eso.
D. No, en
Es,
los anteriores.
¿ah?
En la C y D. En la
¿Cuál es?
respuesta se pone squared de la C y la D.
Ah, porque recuerde que 5y por 100 por y es y cuadrado, por eso. Así en este caso. Y recuerde que cuando usted multiplica las variables, se copia la base y se suman los exponentes. X más x cuadrado. O sea, en 1 más 1 se dan 2. Eso es una multiplicación de potencias de igual base. Por eso. Y cuando usted solo está sumando o restando las letras, solo copia las letras y suma o resta los números. Eso es todo. ¿Estamos? Hello.
Gracias.
Dele más. Y aquí lo mismo. ¿eh? Tururu. Same happen over here. Remember the top arrows, top, bottom, and bottom. I'll do it step by step. Square root y times square root y, that will be square root y second power. To square root y times negative square root 2, we have negative square root 2y. Okay? Y because positive times negative, that will be negative. Now in the middle, positive times positive will be positive. Square root of 2 times y, we have 2y. And finally, positive times negative will be negative. Negative what? Square root 2 times square root 2 will be square root 2 of the second power. What's going to happen at the end? Well, in the middle one, because we have a square root 2y positive, square root 2y negative, these two terms will be canceled, right? And square root y second power, this second power will destroy the root, and we have only y. Minus, same happen over here. This square power will destroy the square root, and we have only the number 2. And this is going to be the solution set for the first part of the problems. Questions? Preguntas?
Can you explain letter E again, please?
Lo mismo. Aplicamos propiedad distributiva. Es raíz cuadrada de y por raíz cuadrada de y raíz de y al cuadrado. Luego, positivo por negativo es negativo. Raíz de y por raíz de 2, copiamos la raíz y multiplicamos lo que está adentro. Es decir, 2 por y es raíz de 2y. Perdón. Lo mismo pasa en la parte de arriba. Ahora la parte de abajo. Raíz de 2 por raíz de y, lo mismo. Copia la raíz y mete 2 por y, 2y. Y al final, raíz de 2 por menos raíz de 2, como tener negativo, raíz de 2 al cuadrado. ¿Por qué al cuadrado? Porque se repite 2 veces. En la parte de en medio los cancelo porque son lo mismo, pero este positivo y este negativo. 1 menos 1 es 0, entonces no hay sentido ponerlo. Si yo tengo la raíz cuadrada elevado al cuadrado, ese cuadrado va a destruir siempre la raíz y solo voy a copiar lo que está dentro. En este caso, por esa razón, solo copié y. Menos, por este menos de la esquina, lo mismo. Raíz de 2 al cuadrado, ese cuadrado destruye la raíz, solo copio el número de adentro. ¿Eso fue todo?
Okay.
¿Estamos?
Sí.
Dele, pues. Bueno, vamos a tomar un print screen. Y miren que por lo menos las clases online tienen esa ventaja. Que les puedo tomar un print screen y, ¿cómo se llama? Mandárselos. Ahí les va, muchachos. Aquí van el grupo, el print screen de la primera parte de la clase. ¿Puedo borrarlo o todavía no? Hola.
Sí, mister.
Ok,
Sí,
perfecto. Excelente, pues ya tenemos la primera parte resuelta. Segunda parte, ahora vamos a dividir en lo que le llamamos la división en dos clases, usando la división polinómica y después la división sintética. Ujú. Okay, in the second part, we must to apply or try to looking for the quotient remainder using the long division. Or this long division, we must to be careful at the moment when to apply this division, make sure the numerator and denominator must be written in decreasing canonical order. I mean, for example, if the maximum power of the variable was 7 units, the decreasing order will be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 until the variable will be disappears. Saying the same rule must be applied in the numerator and the denominator. For example, in the first part, or the letter A, then we have the polynomial f dx equals x squared, sorry, x cubed plus 6x plus 3 over x squared minus 2x plus 2. Let's going to check the numerator and denominator. If you see the numerator, this is not completing the canonical order because they're starting from x cubed, and after that, it's going to skip or is jumping since x cubed until the letter x. We are missing the x squared. This is by one hand. In the denominator, we have the canonical order because it's starting 2, 1, and the variable disappear. For that reason, the only thing that we don't have the canonical order is the numerator. And how we're going to complete this this numerator canonical order? Adding zeros with the variable. So let's going to start with the division of these polynomials. Remember, that denominator will be located outside of this expression, x squared minus 2x plus 2 will be divided by the expression x cubed, and because we are missing x squared, I'm going to add 0x squared. I'm adding the number 0 because there is no x squared, and complete the rest of the task. Plus 6x plus 3. Remember, make sure always we have the expression into canonical order. And what we're going to do, it's simple. The only thing you have to do is trying to looking for a number of the variable. In the quotient that multiplied by the first letter will be matching for this one. For example, what variable x will be must multiply x2 to reach x to the third power? With which variable we must multiply x squared to reach x cubed? Anyone? ¿Alguien que me
X.
diga? X, obviously, right? So I'm going to copy the letter X over here. Okay, and this letter X will be multiplying the entire divisor. And remember, in the long division, the law of the signs will be opposite. You know, the regular law of signs is positive times positive is positive. Negative times negative is negative. Positive times negative is negative, and negative times positive is negative. In the law of signs, in the law of signs, in the law of division, will be the opposite. How's that? Well, that will be positive times positive will be negative. Negative times negative will be negative. Positive times negative will be positive, and negative times positive will be positive. That will be in different order than the regular signs that we know in algebra. Why? Because we are multiplying imaginary by a negative number, and that for that reason we are changing this lot of signs in the long division. So what we're going to do, simple. X times x squared, that will be x cubed, positive, but this time will be negative. I mean positive times positive, the answer will be negative. Remember, positive times positive, the answer will be negative. Positive times negative will be positive. Positive what? X times 2x will be 2x squared. And finally, positive times positive will be negative, and 2 times x, we have 2x. And let's going to subtract or add depending the case, okay? So x cubed minus x cubed will be canceled. 2 plus 0 will have 2x squared. 6 minus 2 will be 4x plus 3, okay? How do I know where it's going to end in this long division? Simple. When the remainder will be smaller than the divisor, the problem is over, okay? But because we have x squared and this x squared, the variable is equal. For that reason, we can continue with this expression. With this number, with what number we must to multiply x squared to reach to x squared? Simple, the number will be positive 2, right? So this positive 2 must be multiplied by the entire trinomial. Remember, positive times positive is positive. Over here will be negative. Negative what? 2x squared. Positive times negative is negative, but this is going to be positive. Positive what? 2 times 2 will be 4x. And finally, positive times positive is positive, but it's going to be negative. Negative what? 2 times 2 will be 4. And what will be the answer? Simple. 2 minus 2 will be canceled. 4 plus 4 will be 8x. Okay. And finally, 3 minus 4 will be negative 1. Remember, the problem asking for find the quotient and remainder. Well, the quotient obviously will be the green number. In this case, the quotient, will we call this one like a QDX represents the quotient. That will be x plus 2. And the remainder will be the red number given by RDX, will be represented by AX minus 1. And this is going to be the solution set for this problem. Understood?
Mister, solo una pregunta.
Dígame.
¿De dónde salió el 0 en la division?
Usted tiene que agregarlo. Cuando no cumple el orden de los exponentes, usted lo completa agregando ceros. ¿Hola? ¿Me escuchó?
Sí, sí, lo entendí. Gracias.
Eso es. Y ahora, si usted desea escribir esta respuesta en la forma algorítmica, o sea, algorítmica quiere decir en la forma de un número mixto, se sigue esta formulita. F de X, porque ese es el nombre del polinomio. Sería Q de X más menos Rx sobre D de X. ¿Qué quiere decir eso? Q de X es el cociente. Más o menos depende del signo que tenga el residuo sobre el divisor. En este caso, si yo quiero escribir esa respuesta en forma algorítmica, sería así. ¿Cuánto nos dio el cociente? X más 2. ¿Cierto? ¿Qué signo es el 8? Es positivo, ¿no? Positivo, 8x menos 1. ¿Y cuál es el divisor? Pues esto que está aquí, x cuadrado menos 2x más 2. Mire, x cuadrado menos 2x más 2. Y esta es otra manera de expresar la respuesta. Eso se llama en la forma algorítmica o lo que en álgebra básica le llamamos mixed number. ¿Entendieron?
Mister,
Entendí. Dígame.
¿Cómo sabe que ahí tiene que terminar la división?
La división usted siempre lo va a terminar cuando la letra X del residuo, ¿verdad?, sea más pequeña que la del divisor. La letra X. ¿Estamos? ¿Cuál es la letra X de aquí? X cuadrado. ¿Cuál es la letra X de acá? Es X. Como esta es menor que esta, ahí termina. ¿Estamos?
Ok, gracias, maestra.
Dale, pues. Well, let's going to do the second example. The letter B. The letter B, I'll do it in the, which one? Vamos a hacer este anaranjado. Pues. In the letter B. And remember always, in the long division, don't forget, the law of signs in long division will be the opposite. Positive times positive is negative. Negative times negative, negative. Negative times positive will be positive, and negative times positive will be positive. Only in the long division, in the synthetic division, that will be another thing, okay? Let's go into do it in the second one. In the letter B, let's check if this polynomial given by GDX equals 3x4 power minus 5x cubed minus 20x minus 5 over what? X squared plus x plus 3. Okay, let's check if the numerator is completed in the canonical order. 4, okay? 3, okay, again, we're skipping the number 2, but that 3 is after the number 2, 1 and 0. What does that mean? At the moment I'm going to divide, and I'm going to add the number 0 x squared because it is skipping variable. And if we check the denominator, 2, 1, and nothing. So that means the denominator is the correctly canonical order. So let's do it again. X squared plus x plus 3 divided by what? 3x4 power minus 5x cubed. And because there is no x squared, I'm going to add 0x squared minus 20x minus 5. What would be the main purpose? The main purpose of this one is complete into canonical order, right? This is the main purpose of that situation. Okay, so let's going to begin once again. If I have 3x4 power and I have 3x squared, the only thing that I have to do is multiply the entire equation by 3x squared. Okay, you know, positive is positive, but this is going to be negative. Negative what? 3x 4 power. Again, positive, 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 but in this case will be negative. Negative what? 3 times 1, 3x cubed. And finally, positive times positive, this is going to be negative 3 times 3, 9x squared. Okay, let's going to simplify this expression. 3 minus 3 will be canceled. Negative 5 minus 3 will be negative 8 what? X cubed minus 9x squared minus 20x minus 5. We can continue with the same situation. Well, to reach that same negative value, negative 8x cubed, the only thing that I have to do, because I have x squared, I'm going to multiply by negative ax, because ax times x squared will be 8x cubed. And remember, negative times positive is negative, but this time will be positive, opposite always. So we have positive 8x cubed. Negative times positive is negative, but this time will be positive what? 8 times x, that will be 8x squared. And finally, positive times negative is negative, but this time will be positive. Positive what? 24x. And let's going to continue simplify this expression. These two values will be canceled. Negative 9 plus 8 will be negative x squared. Negative 20 plus 24 will be 4x minus 5. If you see, we have x squared over here, and we still have x squared. What does that mean? That means we can continue dividing this expression. For that reason, we're going to multiply this expression by negative 1, because with negative 1 with x squared, we'll matching that negative x squared. So negative times positive is negative, but this time will be positive according to the law of signs and the law of division. We have x squared. Again, negative times positive is negative, but this time will be positive. Positive what? X. And finally, negative times positive is negative, but this time will be positive. Positive what? 3. Well, this is the moment of truth. Remember, this x squared with x squared will be canceled. 4 plus 1 will be 5x. 5x. And negative 5 plus 3 will be negative 2. Remember, quotient will be the green number. I mean, 3x squared minus 8x minus 1. Okay? And the remainder, RDX, will be given by the red one. I mean, the red one, let me do it in red. RDX will be given by 5x minus 2. And if you really want to write this answer into algorithmical form, just follow the formula. I mean, we have GDX, in this case because it's GDX equals 3x squared minus 8x minus 1, okay, plus 5x minus 2 over the divisor, and the divisor is x squared plus x plus 3. And we got the solution set from the letter B. Questions? Let me take a print screen and send you in the WhatsApp group. Ya se los mandé en el grupo de WhatsApp. ¿Preguntas hasta ahorita? Muchachos. Hello. ¿Ninguna?
No.
Vamos. ¿Puedo borrar eso?
Y sería terminó la clase.
¿Quién dice? Ah, es cierto, porque es a las 9:15. Según yo era a las 9:30. Ay, perdonen, es verdad. Bueno, vamos a seguir entonces el día de mañana con The Long Division. Y perdonen, disculpen. Según yo, estoy pensando que la clase termina a las 9:30. Perdón. Chequen, muchachos, entonces los veo el día de mañana, si Dios así lo va el día de mañana. Los veo más tarde a la hora de Physics, si Dios así lo permite. Cuídense mucho. Y esta clase no se preocupe, yo lo subo en WhatsApp en la plataforma. Chequen, pues. Bye.